Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the City of Quinte West Committee of Adjustment meeting. The committee is made up of 5 members. I'm a public member. My name is Harm Zelstra. I'll be the chair this evening. On my immediate left is public member Doug Phillips, and on his left is public member Paul Lafferty, and an absent public member is David Jesse, and on our far left is Councillor Jim Allier. On my immediate right is Anne Marie Cunningham, Committee of Adjustment Coordinator, and on her right is Kelly West. She's the Manager of Planning Services. Because this is a hearing under the Planning Act, when the committee gets to the applications for consideration, each application will be brought up in the order listed on the agenda with an opportunity for public input given prior to discussion and consideration by the committee. If you wish to make a comment, please raise your hand to be recognized by the chair. Consent decisions made tonight will have a last day of appeal of May the 1st, 2025. If anyone wishes to receive a copy of one of the notices of decision, please use the pad of paper provided by the sign-in sheet to indicate your name, mailing address, or email address, and which decision you would like a copy of, and it will be sent to you. If anyone has not signed in on the sign-in sheet, please do so, as this is used for the minutes of the meeting. Do I have any disclosures of pecuniary interest on the agenda this evening? Hearing none. Do I have approval of the agenda? Moved by Jim, second by Doug. All in favor? Carried. And approval of the minutes of March the 13th, 2025. Moved by Paul, second by Doug. All in favor? Good, thank you. First application is consent application B13-25M. The owner is Clemensic Homes Incorporated. The legal description of the land is Part Lot 8, Concession A. The address is northwest of Hillside Meadows Drive, and the severed is on Highway 2, frontage on Highway 2. The purpose of this application is to sever a parcel of land which would create one new vacant lot. The severed would have a frontage of 103.4 meters, a depth of 128 meters, and a total area of 1.33 hectares. The retained would have a frontage of 162.6 meters with an irregular depth and an area of 11.35 hectares. Any comments or concerns from the public regarding this application? Hearing none, any comments or concerns from the committee members?
I'll move the recommendation, Mr. Chairman.
A seconder? Doug? Moved by Jim, second by Doug, that application B13-25M by Clemensic Homes Incorporated to sever a parcel of land northwest of Hillside Meadows Drive on Highway 2, Part Lot 8, Concession A, in the former township of Murray is hereby approved, subject to the following conditions. 1, that a registered survey for the severed parcel be submitted to the city, that a draft transfer for the severed parcel be submitted to the city. 3, that the tax account for the subject property be paid up to date. 4, that a parcel of land measuring 18 meters from the center line of Highway 2 along the severed lands be conveyed for road widening purposes to the city at no cost to the satisfaction of public works. 5, that a zoning bylaw amendment be in effect for the severed and retained lands pursuant to the Planning Act. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. The next application is consent application B14-25S. The owner is Christopher and Shelley Sign. The agent is Kevin Smith of PA Miller Surveying. The legal description is Part Lot 21, Concession 6. The civic address is 694 Fish and Game Club Road. The purpose of this application is to sever a parcel of land for lot addition purposes which would be added to the adjoining property. The severed would have a frontage of 45 meters and 15 meters and a depth of 98 meters, a total area of 0.977 hectares. And the retained would have a frontage of 81 meters, a depth of 50 meters, and a total area of 0.405 hectares. Any comments or concerns from the public regarding this application? Yes, sir. Could you stand up to...
I just wanted to say, me and Christopher Stein are here if you have any questions on this application or the next one.
Okay, all right.
In general, the report looks good and we're in
Yeah.
favor of everything you've recommended.
They look pretty straightforward, so it
Yeah.
looks like they're just cleaning up some lot lines.
Yeah, and just adding
Yeah,
some land to the farm, and then the other one is.
Yeah.
that-
yeah, okay, thank you. Any comments, concerns from the committee members? I have a mover and a seconder. Moved by Paul, seconded by Jim. That application B 14-25S by Christopher and Shelley Sign, Kevin Smith, P.A. Miller Surveying is the agent, to sever a parcel of land for lot addition purposes at 694 Fish and Game Club Road, Part Lot 21, Concession 6, in the former Township of Sydney is hereby approved, subject to the following conditions. One, that a registered survey for the severed parcel be submitted to the city. Two, that a draft transfer for the severed parcel be submitted to the city. Three, that tax account for the subject property be paid up to date. Four, that the severed parcel be deeded as a lot addition to the recipient property, and that the applicant's lawyer submit an undertaking to register a consolidation on title giving effect to the lot addition. And five, that the applicant's lawyer submit a legal opinion verifying that the lot addition lands will merge on title with the recipient parcel under the Planning Act. And six, that a zoning bylaw amendment be in effect for the severed lands pursuant to the Planning Act. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Next application is consent application B 15-25S. The owners are Christopher Shelley and Darcy Sign. The agent is Kevin Smith, P.A. Miller Surveying. The legal description is Part Lot 21, Concession 6. The address is 672 Fish and Game Club Road in Sydney Ward. And the purpose of the application is to sever a parcel of land for lot addition purposes, which would be added to the adjoining property. The severed would have a frontage of 12 meters, a depth of 40 meters, and total area of 461 square meters. The retained would have a frontage of 91 meters, a depth of 1,656 meters, and area of 31.6 hectares. Any comments or concerns? Like I said, it's basically just a straightening up of family lands, I guess, eh? Was that an oops where the garage was built, or was that built there on purpose? Okay. Right?
The technical term is an oops.
Oops, yeah, yeah. Well, it's all in the family, right? So who would care, right? You have a mover and a seconder?
I'll move it.
Moved by Jim, second by Doug. That application B 15-25S by Christopher Shelley and Darcy Sign, Kevin Smith of P.A. Miller Surveying is the agent, to sever a parcel of land at 672 Fish and Game Club Road, Part Lot 21, Concession 6 in the former Township of Sydney, is hereby approved, subject to the following conditions. One, that a registered survey for the severed parcel be submitted to the city. Two, that a draft transfer for the severed parcel be submitted to the city. Three, that the tax account for the subject property be paid up to date. Four, that the severed parcel be deeded as a lot addition to the recipient property. and the applicant's lawyer submit an undertaking to register a consolidation on title giving effect to the lot addition. And 5, that the applicant's lawyer submit a legal opinion verifying that the lot addition lands will merge on title with the recipient parcel under the Planning Act. And 6, that a zoning bylaw amendment be in effect for the severed lands pursuant to the Planning Act. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Next application is consent application B16-25T. The owners is a numbered company, 121148887, Canada Incorporated. The agent is Punya S. Murhada. Legal description is Lot 4, Registered Plan 1210. The address is 5 Wilson Crescent in Trenton Ward. I better have a drink of water, that is. The purpose of the application is to sever a parcel of land which would create one new developed lot. The severed has a frontage of 14.21 meters, a depth of 18.08 meters, area of 254.23 square meters, and the retained would have a frontage of 16.3 meters, a depth of 18.08 meters, and an area of 272.92 square meters. Any comments or concerns from the public regarding this application?
You have two on online here too,
Yeah,
maybe.
Mr. Marahata is online. If we have any questions for him or concerns. Any comments, Mr. Murata?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. No, I don't have any comments. I'm here just to respond if there are any questions or concerns. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Kathy did?
Hi.
Yes.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes.
Hi, I'm the homeowner in the very next lot. My address is 7 Wilson Crescent. I'm just wondering what it is that you are planning on building in that lot.
It's,
Yeah,
do
through
I-
you, Mr. Chair.
yeah, okay.
Thank you for the question, Kathy. There's no intended development as of now. I mean, since it's a partnership between two individuals, they wanted to split the property and retain one each. That's the only intent for now.
yeah, so what basically is just a separation of the duplex?
That's correct.
Yes.
So half of the duplex is going to be demolished, like
No.
taken down?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The building would remain as is, to Mr. Chair, and it's just like splitting the property into two in between two partners.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for answering.
Okay, any comments or concerns from the committee
I
members?
think maybe just to add to maybe some of the ladies' concerns there's quite a list of conditions under the recommendation, but there is one about a shed having to be removed. I don't know whether that would be something that the lady might be interested in. I don't know whether that's close to her property or what, but anyway, there are quite a few conditions, but I will move it, the recommendation, if
Yeah.
there's no more questions.
There is quite a few conditions, and we'll go over them and make sure everybody's aware of what they are. I looked at the property, and I thought maybe property standards should have a look at that, because it's quite untidy, and there's a lot of garbage, if you will, lying around. And if they're going to remove that shed, I'm sure that shed is full of the same thing, so. Yes,
I live across the road, and I can attest to that for sure. Actually, when I saw the sign go up, I thought that's what the signage was asking for cleanup, but it definitely needs to be cleaned up.
yes, I agree with
Yeah,
you.
definitely.
Whether we can do anything at this committee level, we're not, it's not part of the conditions, but
Yes, yeah,
it should be addressed.
yes, definitely.
Yes,
Well, two things. First of all, if I could please just get the lady's name for the minutes.
Mine?
Yeah.
Is Christine Sullivan?
Christine Sullivan?
Yep.
And if the committee wanted to, we could add a condition to bring the property into compliance with the property standards bylaw.
that would be
If you
great.
would like to do that,
Definitely.
we can add
If you're
that.
facing the property, the left side is a little bit worse than the right side, but.
They're both bad.
Yeah, both need some,
Yeah.
some work, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, we're okay to put that condition as part of approval, yeah.
Say that again, sorry?
Yeah, I mean, we're okay to accept that condition as part of approval.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
We were going to put it in anyway, you know. Okay, moved by Jim, seconded by Paul. That application B 16-25T by 1211488 Canada Incorporated, Punya S. Marahata is the agent to sever a parcel of land at 5 Wilson Crescent, Part Lot 4, registered plan 1210 in the former city of Trenton is hereby approved, subject to the following conditions. One, that a registered survey for the severed parcel be submitted to the city. Two, that a draft transfer for the severed parcel be submitted to the city. Three, that the tax account for the subject property be paid up to date. Four, that the applicant obtain an access permit for the purposes of civic addressing for the retained lot. The Public Works will waive the fee for this access permit. And number 5, that a daylight triangle measuring 5 meters along Wilson Crescent and 5 meters along Sydney Street, as measured from the property line along the retained lands, be conveyed to the city at no cost to the municipality for road widening purposes to the satisfaction of Public Works as per section 4.32 of the zoning bylaw. 6, that all obstructions such as the fence within the site triangle be removed to the satisfaction of Public Works. 7, that the severed lot have its own individual water and sewer service off of Wilson Crescent installed to the satisfaction of Public Works. A right-of-way permit will be required for the work. That a zoning bylaw amendment be in effect for the severed and retained lands pursuant to the Planning Act. 9, that the existing shed be removed from the property and any necessary permits be obtained to the satisfaction of the chief building official. 10, that the applicant provide documentation from an architect, professional engineer, or qualified and registered designer in an appropriate category of qualification, indicating that the existing party wall between the two residential units meet the requirements for a firewall for a 1-hour fire separation from the top of the foundation to the underside of the roof deck, as required in the building code to the satisfaction of the chief building official. If the existing wall does not meet the requirements, then a building permit would be required to bring the wall into compliance. And number 11, that the property be brought into compliance with the property standards bylaw to the satisfaction of the city. All in favor? Granted. Thank you.
Who was the second group? Sorry, I was reading this.
Any other business to come before this committee? I have a motion to adjourn. Moved by Doug, seconded by Jim. All in favor? Thank you. Thank you all.